So, since this is snow on this and we're in the shop, you might think that that dripping down is snow. It's not. That is that's oil. A lot of it. I pulled it just into the shop just in time for it to leak oil everywhere. We'll find out what that is. Woohoo! So in today's video, I have a skid steer here that I was using it, and all of a sudden it started to leak. What I think is hydraulic fluid. I started noticing it. I'd drive and then I'd back up and I'd see a stream where I just was, and finished up quick what I was doing, drove it in here, and then I proceeded to leak everywhere. I have floor dry down right now, but I just took out the two front bolts for this. Gonna tilt the cage and see what I can see. Oh yeah, we got a puddle in the bottom here. This hose right here was rubbing right there. The thing with burst hydraulic hoses is that when they burst, there's wire weave inside of it, and when they burst, you have wire that is sticking out. So if you just grab it with your hand, you're likely to get poked. It's best to try not to grab it with your hand. And while I'm talking about it, hydraulic safety, never look for a leak with your hand while the system is running, because a small leak will have a stream of several thousand psi. It'll go into your bloodstream and you'll basically die or lose whatever limb that you had. If you do get a piercing injury or an injection injury from hydraulics, I would definitely seek medical attention immediately. It's a very serious thing, and let them know exactly what happened so that they can treat it the best that they can. So yeah, there's your safety tip of the day. That's definitely worn through. So that one. I have a feeling that that's our culprit. If it isn't our culprit, it's definitely going to be in the future. All right, there's your engine. Under here's your hydraulic pumps. Right here is where I was talking about. You see how those two hoses are touching each other? When you have two hoses like that rubbing on each other, they wear through each other because your engine's vibrating, everything's vibrating in here. So any hoses that are touching anything that aren't secured down, they can just move. They will rub through and burst eventually. So that's what happened here. But yeah, there's hydraulic fluid everywhere in the bottom of this. I'm about 99% sure that those two hoses are what need to be replaced. At least it's a hose and not a pump, because a pump is expensive. Very expensive. Had to go get the big wrenches. Big ones. The big snap-on ones that cost a lot of money. So I'm gonna use them. So sometimes the outer jacket is just what's worn off, and then you have an outer jacket, you have the weave, and then you have and then and different grades of hoses have multiple layers of like a hose, like rubber material, weave, rubber, weave, rubber, weave, and then there's an outer sheath. The outer sheath, if that comes off, you're fine, but once the braiding starts to break, then you're starting to get into questionable territory there, because she's getting ready to burst. And whenever you're replacing a hose, make sure that it's the same PSI rating, because there's different grades of hoses that have different amounts of those layers that do different. Oh yeah, that's gotta be it. Gotta be it. If this isn't it, I'll be surprised. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys can tell, but that's definitely worn out the outer sheath and the outer braid, and working on the inner braid, or that second layer of braid. That's nice. And there's hose number 2. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna clean up the hoses, my hands, put some caps on the open spots down there. Take these to work tomorrow, get new ones made, and I should probably drop the bottom pan. Oh, that's a lot of gunk that's all oily now. This is fun. See, I was thinking of video ideas last night, and then this happened today, so I think the videos are just gonna, they're just gonna appear. I don't have to think. Oh, what next? What'll break next? But I love it. I wouldn't trade this for anything. Everybody, look what I've got. I've got new hoses. Woo. All right, so I think we'll throw these in, start it, move it, because there's a giant puddle underneath. Clean up the puddle, back it back up into the same spot, drop the floor pan, clean that all out, drain the oil, do an oil change, drain all of the hydraulic fluid that's in the tank. I have 10 gallons of hydraulic fluid. I'm gonna fill it back up because it probably it says every 500 hours to do a hydraulic fluid change. I don't know when it was done last. Most of it leaked out. Might as well do it now. Plus it was on sale over at Fleet Farm, so fun. Why not? So we'll do an oil change, oil filter change, hydraulic change, hydraulic filter change, fuel filter change, and then I think that's a full service on this bad boy. And we can mark that down in our handy dandy binder that I have that says when everything was serviced, what hours, all that. I made a binder. Maybe I'll show you guys. I don't know. Don't know if you'll be interested in it. It's literally just spreadsheets. But yeah, that's the plan. Let's throw these bad boys on. Alrighty. Let's get this bottom one. You probably can't see anything. Here, we'll see if that helps. I put some protective caps on the top ones, but I don't have enough for all 4, so I only got 3 covered. So this bottom one is open. We'll clean that up. I think this one. this one was the longer one, right? Yeah. Originally these were the same size, but you know, getting hoses made is a interesting ordeal. Excuse me, can you stay flipped? Thank you. This will be interesting getting this on there. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Hold on. Here's the new hoses. Both of them are on there real nice. Oh yeah, that's the oil mess from underneath. We'll get this all cleaned up, and then I think we'll back her up and put her up on blocks so we can do the rest. That should be it. Alrighty, we are on stands, and it is definitely still leaking. I'm not sure if you can see that, but definitely leaking, so we'll pull that pan and we'll find out what's going on. But it's most likely everything that's left over in the bottom of that belly pan just still leaking through. So got some cardboard down so that it can leak on the cardboard and not my floor, and we'll pull that off now. Back here again, and I'm on my roller. Oh man, it's dark, you guys can't see shit down there. Let's see if we can fix that. There. That's probably better. Alright. We've got this bolt and this bolt. And then the back of the plate drops down and then it slides back because it's just hooked up in the front. So we'll do that and we'll get this down. Alrighty, let's see together how bad it is. That works. Ooh, yummy. All that straw and hay grass mixed with oil. Alrighty, I guess I'll clean all that up. We're just gonna scrape all this into the trash. Yummy. Well, at least it won't rust, that's for sure. Alrighty, slight change. I cleaned up everything from underneath the skid steer. Pretty much scooped all that stuff out. I'm gonna drain the fuel filter, but I'm not going to change it because I don't have one. I do, however, have a oil filter, a hydraulic oil filter, and an air filter. So we will start getting this thing. Well, first we'll start with draining this bad mama jamma. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, that works. There we go. Oh, she's a little mucky in there. There we go. Now we got red. Oh, glad we did that. She'll probably run a little bit better now. All the diesel's on top, but all that sludge underneath, that's water. That's not good. That's why you have a fuel water separator, because water does not combust. Alrighty, so I didn't fill it, but I'm draining the oil right now. She's still dripping, but our oil filter is right up there on the side of the engine, so I'm gonna stick that little tray that I had that I drained the fuel filter with, and I'm going to stick that under the filter, unscrew it, screw a new one on, and we'll be ready to put the plug back in, fill her back up with oil, run her a little bit, make sure that there's no other hydraulic leaks before I put the pan on, although I am going to have to drain this hydraulic system right there. That plug, I believe, is what is going to drain our whole hydraulic system. So I'm gonna have to have some buckets for that, because this whole system takes 10 gallons. That's why I bought two 5-gallon buckets. So I'm gonna take that filter off, swap her out, and I'll be back. This will be interesting. Oh man. I'm gonna have a second container. This is gonna be scary. What could go wrong right here? 10 gallons. Woo! Comes up pretty quick. I can. Sweet. Why didn't I even just try that? full up to here. This one's full up to about here. That one's pretty full too. Well, I'm waiting for that to finish draining. I'm going to go fill up the oil. Oh yeah. She was ready for a new air filter a while ago. Woo boy. Yeah. New air filter's gonna go in. We got our new hydraulic filter on. We filled up. Don't know if you can see the sight glass very well, but it's over the sight glass because we have a filter to fill and a well, actually we already ran it after we put those lines on. So yeah, we have a filter to fill, so it'll go back down once that's done. Oil is topped up and filter is on. I think we are ready. Once I put in the air filter, I think we'll be ready to go. Alrighty, well, it's the next day. I figured I'd check for leaks before putting in the floor plan and buttoning everything up. Last night, after I turned the camera off, I tightened up the fan, and I gotta get a new hose that goes from the coolant overflow to the radiator. But today when I checked for leaks, it's called I think a tandem hydraulic pump. It's what does the drive for the left and the right. It has like two hydraulic pumps stacked on top of each other. One of them, whenever it's running, is leaking out of the bottom. So I don't know if I can just pop the bottom, because it seems like it's a little access plate that's leaking. I'm gonna see if I can just seal that up, but I need a manual for that, and I can't get the manual until Monday. Today's Sunday, so tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna have to just borrow my neighbor's skid loader to feed the cows today, just because they need food. And I think I'll have to come back on Monday and figure out if I can fix this one or if it's done. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll see how expensive this gets. I thought it was just going to be two hoses, but yeah, it's leaking pretty good. It's like a drip, 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 drip as it's idling, and I'm assuming it'll probably leak faster at a higher RPM. So I'm like, great. We will. Hello. We will find out if this is fixable, or if I gotta rip out everything and have it rebuilt. We'll find out. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys kind of what's going on down there. I think you'll be able to see it. But yeah, the bottom of it is leaking at this plate right around here. I think this front edge is leaking, and I don't know if that's fixable or if that just means that there is a internal an internal leak somewhere and it has to be rebuilt. But we'll find out. Thanks.